everybody, Stamos Lives here, and we are here with Mr. 3PO. 3PO, how you doing this evening?
You know it's going to come as a shock to a lot out there, but I am, as always, super fantastic.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for yet another night of Titanic Tuesday, where we're going to jump in and watch some random players playing against each other. It's one of my favorite nights of the week. We're going to basically watch people scrap it out and have a really good time at it. I've got a game here, by the way, 3PO, in 40 seconds. How's that sound to you?
That sounds fantastic.
Sweet.
39, a little too soon. 41, a little too late. Just
Yeah,
works for me.
it's perfect. So actually, now it's down to 30. So I hope that doesn't change. There is a
Yes.
there's a guy named Your Face in here. I like that, and another guy named Slurp. So it
That
sounds
seems a
like an
little
ideal
awkward.
match.
Yeah.
Slurp Your Face.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So, yeah, 10 seconds until the Titanic Tuesday begins. In the meantime, um, really cool announcement. We're going to start a series of mini tournaments up. These mini tournaments are essentially going to be probably anywhere from 4 to 8 teams. There will be some mini prizes involved, and I'm going to be basically keeping the statistics of those games. And what's going to happen is after about 7 matches, which is what that series is going to be, the top person will of course get a prize, and will also likely be placed into a pool where we will add them to the invite for when we do a more private tournament later on. But there will definitely be prizes involved, and we're also trying to get people just kind of joined up and onto the website. Remember, that is CanadianDotaLeague.com. Be sure you come check us out. We also have Twitter, and that's just Canadian Dota League. Is that right, 3PO?
It is indeed.
Right, and Facebook as well. So look us up. There's links on the Twitch feed as well. You can just click over to there. Friend us, follow us. Good stuff. Got a couple of picks out here already, Mr. 3PO. We've got Crystal Maiden on the Radiant side, and on the Dire, almost a full team already. Lots of strength. We've got Sven, Broodmother, Kunkka, and Brewmaster.
Cool. Well, we're just popping in here. Had a bit of a crash there, but we'll be with you shortly.
Oh, that's cool. I'll go ahead and continue to list out who we're seeing. We've got a Ricky Maru on the Radiant side. Looks like a Morphling on the Radiant side. I cannot remember his name. Earthshaker. Why could I not remember Earthshaker?
I got nothing for you.
I blame you.
All right, then.
I blame you. Clockwork chosen for the Radiant side. And we still have Pink, who has not yet chosen a hero. I don't know if you heard that, but my cat is going to assist in casting this evening.
As you do.
She would be great at this. She'd probably be better than you. Her puns are better, at least.
That's fair. And every once in a while, if she needed to, she could pause the game.
When would you want to cast, Peeper? She said, meow.
Nice.
Like it? It was perfect, maybe? Perfect.
Good with it.
3PO, where is your humor tonight?
Rebooting.
You're upset about the crash, aren't you?
Well, you know, the game did release, and in our second week, crashed right off the bat. I actually blame XSplit. I can't say that I'm too impressed with XSplit at the best of times. So right off the bat, we've got Broodmother coming bottom lane. Web's out. Ricky Maru waiting patiently by the tower. Kunkka mid lane up top. Shadow Demon and Sven heading into the jungle, and Brewmaster just kind of chilling out.
Yep, same with Crystal Maiden. Just, taking a chill pill. Look at that. A lot of people have purchased that compendium. If you have not yet purchased one, definitely do so. You get a lot of really cool stuff with it. And of course, it just helps the esport even more.
That new Earthshaker model looks fantastic.
It's going to be a lot of nastiness going on in the middle here, I think. Kunkka is not a fun person to go against.
And we're going to see an altercation here between Earthshaker and Shadow Demon right off the bat. There's some warding. Earthshaker saying, nah, I'm good. There's a Fissure, and I'm going to go grab this rune down here.
There's a fisher. What's he fishing for?
That's an excellent question.
Hey! Somebody poke 3PO's funny button. Because he's been broken. Got a solo lane for Broodmother down bottom. Looks like Brewmaster's hitting that jungle. We do have a typical 2-on-2 lane up top. This is something that you're going to see more in your pubby matches, which is what this is, versus your team matches where you're going to see more of a tri-lane. Although Brewmaster is able to come over and pop some love out if he ever needs to.
And he is pulling that lane, so giving him a bit more opportunity to farm up top.
A little bit of lag there. Nope, that was on my part. Yeah, he's not really pulling effectively.
And it looks like Broodmother might be in a bit of trouble here, getting frozen out there by Crystal Maiden and wandering off to eat a tree for hiding back from the
carrying
whips.
those tangos. Just take a look at the items real fast here. I'm going to guess Ricky's going to try to build. Yep, he already did. He's got that poor man shield on him, and he's got his boots. So he's doing a fairly good job of farming already. Up top, Earthshaker did not do a great job of using that fish shore to block Sven off. It looked like Sven was caught on the right side, at least for Sven.
The top side, if you will.
The top side, yes. But the correct side for him. Shadow Demon not really being utilized to his full power here. You know, what would have been really powerful, actually, is a tri-lane with Brewmaster.
There's that Fisher again, and Sven once again caught on the top side. Not walling him in, but walling him out.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's not aware that he could probably actually get a kill with Morphling there at full health against that Sven.
May not really be in the mood to go for a kill right off the bat. You know, sometimes you gotta feel it.
It's possible.
Clockwork bubbling up that invisibility rune, headed back to mid lane to say hello to Kunkka.
The Radiant side is significantly lower right now in terms of gold income. If you go to the net worth graph just real fast, you'll notice that pretty much everybody on the Dire side is up there with the exception of Ricky. Which does mean that Crystal Maiden's doing a great job. In fact, Crystal Maiden just got another one of those freeze blasts out on Broodmother, nearly finishing her off. But definitely doing a very good job of supporting. In fact, supporting and still able to get a little bit of farm.
Both Clockwork and Kunkka just slugging it out right now, using those bottle charges. Kunkka comes in with Torrents and Tidebringer and tries to make it happen, but just can't really secure the kill.
He did definitely heal up very quickly, though, with that bottle. Although I guess Clockwork's doing kind of the same
Looks
thing.
like Shadow Demon's in a bit of trouble, and we will see first blood in top lane. Fisher actually put to good use here. Morphling maybe going after that kill on Sven, but no, he's going to back off.
And Brewmaster not really farming all that well in the jungle. He's getting some fairly good gold, actually. He's up there fourth the way down in terms of gold. So I suppose he's not doing so bad, but his level is just really not that great. Would really like to see this Crystal Maiden pick up some... Oh, Clockwork button just dropped. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did indeed. He managed to get Kunkka stuck inside Cogs, but wasn't able to get out himself in time. Very much a Rorschach situation.
3PO is, of course, referring to the fact that Kunkka was not stuck inside with Clockwork. Clockwork was stuck inside with Kunkka. Correct? I think I had the positioning on that well.
Yeah, I think he did.
Brewmaster's actually about to die here to the Satyr. Not doing the best job, but he does have those tranquil boots, so... Broodmother hitting level 6 now. She is a force to be reckoned with when she hits that level 6. Maybe able to kill off Crystal Maiden down here. She did dump a lot into Spin Web. Not something I would do, even if you're in a personal or private lane. I don't think you need all of those webs. In fact, she hasn't even dumped anything into Spawn Spiderlings. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but... That's kind
It
of the
looks like
bread.
she's really been using the mobility and the invisibility that it gives her, though, to get away. Really, those first couple of levels were tight, but she's got a little bit more room to breathe now.
She does get caught there once again by Crystal Maiden, but not able to actually finish anything there. She's definitely getting boxed out by Ricky. Ricky has significant farm in that lane. In fact, let's go take a look at his last hits. Yeah, he's up to 36 versus Broodmother is only on 17 right now. So, but the dire side is just significantly better overall. Kunkka's got 25, Brewmaster with 31, most of that being in the jungle.
Perfect hit on the boat there in the mid lane, and we will see Clockwork attempt to return the favor, but it's just a slap fight right now between the two of them. Both of them deciding to back off at the same time, with Rocket Barrage going off. Pardon me, Battery Assault. Jeez, I always get those two mixed up. Top lane, though, we will see that Fisher come out against Sven. Tower's going after him, and we will see Earthshaker continue to see if you can right-click him down. It's head-to-head here. The poison is out from Shadow Demon, and we will see the tower take Shadow Demon down. And it looks like one more right-click will do it for Earthshaker, who stuns, and there's the kill.
That was great. He had that enchant totem up ready to just plow into Sven there. Really good play by... Yeah, it was a really good play by Earthshaker. He did a really good job of sectioning them off. Shadow Demon just not knowing to back off there.
Clockwork, a lot of trouble. Clockwork, and there's those cogs again. And the boat will go out, but there's no joy for it. Bottle is up on Clockwork, and he does manage to keep it going for a while. Torrent actually doing quite a bit of damage there.
Brewmaster just kind of silently farming away right now. Doing fairly nice on the gold. Yeah, no, he's doing great on gold right now. He managed to turn that around for him. Kunkka tried to rush in there from Clockwork, but Clockwork was able to put up his... oh gosh, why... These things, I always forget what they're called. The power cogs, right?
Mm-hmm. And they're both racing for the illusion rune, which Kunkka will bottle up. There's power cogs again. He's used defensively to box Kunkka out of the lane, but it looks like he might be going bot.
Going though. Yep. Although they know, I think. Well, we'll see.
Looks like he's doing a little micro here to see what he can do to make things happen.
Oh, and right now Broodmother should be giving vision. Although I guess he is invisible, so that's not entirely possible. Crystal Maiden in a lot of trouble here.
And there's that boat coming in, managing to get Crystal Maiden right there. We will see Ricky with his silence out.
That was most definitely a paddling.
And it looks like Sven might be in a bit of trouble here. That Fisher coming in just at the right time. He's at virtually no health. Unfortunately, no creeps to back Earthshaker up, so he's going to have to back off. Clockwork coming in.
Clockwork could actually just flare Sven over here as soon as he gets vision. He
goes after Brewmaster instead, and he will
he's going to get the
power cogs, and right-click, he's done.
Yeah, Sven actually turned around, got the kill on Earthshaker, had mana enough for the stun, and was able to also Warcry, doing tons of damage. He's in trouble now, though. Clockwork's coming up.
And there's
and actually Morphling.
That's got to be rough if you're Sven right there. You're like, got the kill, gonna make a getaway, and there is one more waiting for you.
He was going to drop no matter what, but really, really good play on Sven's part in at least securing that kill on Earthshaker. Get a little bit of money while you can, at least. Broodmother finally pushing as she should, doing lots of damage to this lane. Brewmaster coming down to see if he can assist with getting a kill on Ricky.
Now the Radiant do have some wards out, so they could see some action. It looks like Brewmaster has no idea that Ricky's there right now, and we will see Crystal Maiden come in, drop that slow down. Ricky gets the backstab. There's a silence up. Broodmother comes in. She's got some spiderlings to help out. There's the Panda ult.
Yep. And he's in trouble. Ricky's in trouble right now.
Yeah, he's finished. Yep. That's lasagna.
I actually just watched that movie the other night. I was on a '90s movie kick.
And how was that for you?
It's a pretty terrible movie. Uh, when you really look back at it, it's got some cool action, I suppose. I really like the one scene where they're breaking into Langley, but why would you need to? Why would this top team even think that he was the mole? It just made no sense to me.
The real thing there was, well, actually, let's just stop and take a look. Earthshaker under a bit of pressure here, poisoned by Shadow Demon, and will take some damage there from both Sven and Shadow Demon. Morphling coming in to see what he can do about it, but Sven is trading hits and winning, and that will be 2 of them down.
Yeah, the stun really screwed Morphling over there. Stunned both he and his image, and that was all she wrote there. We have a tie game right now. This is pretty exciting, and this is why we Titanic Tuesday. Lots of really good fights going around all around. Kunkka on par with Ricky when it comes to farm Broodmother, also right up there. Finally coming around.
And Brewmaster taking a dive after getting trapped inside Power Cogs with Clockwork. We'll see the Fisher out from Earthshaker, trapping Kunkka in the river. It looks like we will see the boat come through, hits nobody. Kunkka makes the long tour around the Fisher. We'll see Shadow Demon come in. We got a teleport in from Sven, doing what they can to defend that lane. Meanwhile, Broodmother just working away in that bottom lane.
Indeed, really, really solid last hits by Broodmother too. In fact, the Dire team all around really good last hitting.
Kunkka getting trapped there by Earthshaker, going for that rune, not managing to get it, and he will be taken down. That's a 4-on-1 there. That's got to be rough.
Yeah, that's a lack of wards right there. They don't have a ward down bottom. He had no idea that their entire team was just ready to pounce on him.
Yeah. Speaking of which, there is a sentry ward there. Courtesy of the Radiant, giving them some vision of Broodmother, setting Ricky up for some decent backstabs, if and when he can get them, if and when he has creeps.
Ricky is not letting him Broodmother know that they have this vision here.
Yep, and here comes Crystal Maiden, and that was perfect timing. Gets the slow off, and we will see one. No!
That's me.
Heavens.
Yep. She managed to get away. Wow, that's incredible. That's a frustrating loss there of a kill.
And Earthshaker, we're going to see some vision come in on Broodmother. Earthshaker looks like he was going for the Fisher, decides against it.
Yeah, he probably could have gotten that kill.
Still
bravery.
Yeah, that's right.
Shadow Demon just kind of wandering around down here.
About to get pinched. There is the chain in after a Fisher. We'll see Power Cogs up, and despite that dispersion, even with those images, it's over for Shadow Demon.
Yeah, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. If you're a support, don't wander around by yourself, especially to ward. Wait for your team. And the Radiant has taken a nice little lead here, when really the Dire team has superior farm in terms of overall gold and net worth. Ring of Basilius is on for Broodmother. She has this actually working, which means that her creeps get a little bit of an armor bonus. Most people play with that off, so that the lane does not push up that far. Earthshaker picked up those mana boots to help support. Morphling just kind of dumping a lot into agility. Sven does have that Morbid Mask, and there's a pause out because of Morphling's disconnection.
Well, we'll have to wait that one out. So right now, let's take a quick look at those items.
Yeah, we should also take a look at the gold grab, too.
For sure. Earthshaker with Dust of Appearance, trying to deal with the inevitable conflict with Broodmother. Anything else interesting that we got here? Sven with a Morbid Mask. I do love that for the lifesteal. That's always a nice choice. Let's take a look at the gold graph really quick here. Nice little check mark there for the Radiant. Looks like there's some stuff going on up top here, so let's take a quick look. They are go time, heading towards Morph, who is fleeing.
Yeah, they're going to hammer this tower down here. Well, or not, actually. It looks like they all turned around.
We'll see a chain in from Clockwork. We'll see the Power Cogs go out, and he will get the Panda, but we'll actually
Master,
drop to
yeah.
Sven right after that. We'll see Earthshaker come in with a Fisher, managing to do a ton of damage to Shadow Demon. Morphling being able to finish him off. Sven with that War Cry coming in. He's got that...
He popped his Stormhammer out, but it was not enough to get any sort of damage out on the rest of the team. Morphling and Earthshaker's just stun damage there really locks Finn and the rest of their team down.
And that's a 3-for-1. They're actually yanking the creeps here as they come in. And looks like they might drag a wave back with them. But here comes... We
That's
got
Brewmaster.
Brewmaster. Stunned right off the bat by Earthshaker. And another teleport, and this time from Broodmother.
That's Shadow Demon.
Is it Shadow Demon? Oh.
Yep, yellow.
Whoops.
It's all good. Broodmother is just farming away, though. And Ricky is, too. It's kind of interesting. Two stealth assassin type heroes. There's that Mask of Madness purchased by Sven. Saw that coming. That'll be really nice for him to kind of lock people down and get some kills. Broodmother in a lot of trouble here. Dust out on her. She is able to get away with her superior speed. Flare out on her as well, but she is able to run, I guess, due to that web speed. Yeah, you're right. It's working out for her in terms of escaping. And her farm has not really dropped at all. She's done a great job of farming still.
It's interesting. So, I mean, her mobility has been extremely high, but you might notice that her APM has also been quite high. Like, she's really been moving around.
Yeah. Pull open that gold graph real fast. Did you take a look at that? Looks like it's pretty even, actually. Only a 500 gold difference, but the Radiant team in the lead. A lot of that's due to the Dire having superior farm overall. In the experience graph, right now, from what I can see, it's completely even.
It is, right on the button.
That's not something we've seen in a long time. Usually by now, especially 17 minutes in, you would see a significant lead in one way or another. Especially with 5 kill advantage.
Oh, and we will see X marks the spot, pulling Clockwork right back in. We will see Ricky Morrow coming in with that silence, managing to get a backstab off on Shadow Demon. He continues to go after him with right-click damage. The Panda pops in, and that is it for Ricky Morrow with a right-click. We'll see Torrent come out.
Morphling jumped in. Yeah, Morphling jumped in there and got a kill on Shadow Demon real fast.
Yeah.
But Morphling is now in trouble. There's the stun out by Sven. That Stormhammer crushing Morphling.
R.I.P. Crystal Maiden. Bye, Crystal Maiden. That was a 4-for-1 there.
Yeah, huge turnaround by the Dire team, and we're going to see that experience graph and that gold graph jump significantly down towards the Dire side.
Glyph is out on the middle tower, but it's just a matter of time before this one drops.
Yeah. Sven's got that ultimate up. He's doing so much damage right now. Earthshaker and Ricky finishing off Broodmother down bottom. Brood got a little bit cocky, tried to take on Earthshaker alone, not realizing Ricky Maru was there. But the damage overall has been done with that first tower dropping on the Radiant side in the middle.
I don't think we're going to see a tower trade here. It looks like that bottom Dire tower is safe for now.
They do have a really good push going on, but yeah, I think you're right. Uh-oh, he's actually in trouble now,
There's
though.
the Fisher out on Shadow Demon. Silence is up. It looks like a little bit of right-click damage will get him. And there's the Dispersion. Earthshaker comes in, stun, and down. We've got Kunkka coming in, though. And he is hungry for blood.
Support definitely not able to defend that by himself.
Just an appearance is up. We'll see Torrent and Tidebringer all in one, and that will be the end of Ricky Morrow. Broodmother is back, and she is here looking for somebody to give her some babies. Blinked out was Earthshaker.
She's going to impregnate that Earthshaker, who manages to blink away.
Seriously, would you want that inside you? Nuh-uh.
Man, that was a great kill by Kunkka. I don't know if you saw that. Perfect X marks the spot, leading into a torrent. Popped the double damage and finished him off, no problem. And yet another tower drops on the Radiant side.
Strong warding by the Radiant, though. That's one of the things that they have been doing a great job of. And
yeah, the Dire has not been doing a fantastic job of that. the entire area is just covered by webs. Broodmother has so many escapes right now.
And Kunkka, under the guise of that Shadow Blade, is looking to see if he can find a victim, but that is going to end very, very shortly. And he is visible again. The X marks the spot on Crystal Maiden. She will be pulled back. Broodmother comes in. The Torrent misses her, though. We'll see Crystal Nova out from Crystal Maiden. Manages to slow down Broodmother. The boat's out from Kunkka, but it doesn't hit anybody, and we've just got a 3-on-1 here with Broodmother, which will finish her off. Looks like they're looking for Kunkka now, but they won't find him. He's decided to flee. The Panda is coming down, and it looks like both Brewmaster and Kunkka are going to go down that river. They're not interested in fighting this fight anymore.
Sven, in the meantime, just farming away. He's got 3,700 gold on him right now, so it's going to be a nasty Sven if he can keep that up.
He's actually looking to buy himself an IKEA.
Ricky has a Diffusal Blade, by the way. Diffusal Blade being a very nasty item for assassin-type heroes. It essentially allows him to purge a unit. It does remove any buffs that they have, but that's only one thing it does. It also deals a little bit of damage and slows the target. The bigger thing is that it causes what's called feedback, which burns mana from any individual he's attacking. So really good item to use, for instance, on Shadow Demon, really anybody for that matter, but casters take a ton of damage from that Diffusal Blade. We don't see...
Like we might have an altercation up top with Morphling, Clockwork, and Earthshaker. Currently engaging Brewmaster. Shadow Demon's coming in from the side. We'll see that Fisher, which will get a stun off on the Panda. We'll see Morphling come straight on Shadow Demon, and we'll see the stun out. That's him. He's done. The Panda ult is out, so it's sort of a 3-on-3 here. Here comes Sven. We'll see Morphling popped up. Sven is just chopping away. He's got that Black King bar. He's got that Mask of Madness.
And that boat just crashes right into Clockwork.
Morphling looks to make a getaway along with Earthshaker, but it might not happen. There's the blink out from Earthshaker, leaving Morphling behind.
Kunkka's following. He does have an X marks the spot up.
And we will see the Fisher come out again. There's a stun separating the teams. Looks like Morphling's going after Kunkka now.
Which could be a mistake. I think that Kunkka probably has superior damage in this. Yeah, he's not actually going to go. Yeah, I never noticed that they actually knocked that middle tower down. Did you see that?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, they were sneaky on that one.
Speaking of sneaky, Rikimaru up top. Possibly up against Sven and Shadow Demon, recently returned from the dead.
Broodmother just pushing away. And this is what Broodmother does. She's going to stay in this lane. She's not going to engage in any sort of team fights right now. She probably should later. But right now, she's just going to push lanes and then head back into the jungle. And you can see already that Tier 2 tower has almost dropped at the bottom. She's close to her BKB as well, which will really shut Crystal Maiden down. And she should... take a look here since CM is completely alone. That's an easy kill for Broodmother.
Decides to fight another day, though.
Doesn't have the vision either. Kunkka dropping in the middle to Earthshaker and Clockwork. Really nasty combination there between the two. Adding in a Rikimaru also is pretty disgusting with that smoke screen. Really prohibiting a lot of movement and castability.
It's like Shadow Demon, realizing that he is overextended, decides better of it. Looks to back off.
He's a bit socially psychotic, isn't he?
Daylight rises.
I was there for the first day, maybe?
I like it.
Yeah. A little bit of Night Stalker humor there. Clockwork coming down. Looks like he's going to try to put some pressure on Broodmother. Earthshaker joining in on the fun.
There's Sven getting the stun off on Morphling. Right behind him, though, we've got Shadow Demon getting smacked around by Ricky. Still, he's got that ult up, and it's just vicious, ripping into Ricky like it's nobody's business. Boat's out, doesn't catch anyone.
He's got that BKB too. He also picked up Helm of Iron Will. I'm guessing he's going to go for Dominator, and then probably move towards that Satanic.
And Kunkka and Brewmaster catching Morphling alone, and he got to wave goodbye, if you will. Radiant, top tower? No more.
He was splashed around, top down bottom to that Earthshaker and Clockwork combo.
Speaking of Clockwork, he's back up top now. Throwing those power cogs out defensively.
So if you were in this match right now, which hero would you be?
I personally, I love Sven.
You'd be a spinner.
I just enjoy the stun. I enjoy the war cry. You know.
I have lately had a ton of fun with Earthshaker. I think he's a fantastic support if he's played correctly. Broodmother is another strong character that I would play, though. I've interested.
Found the micro with Broodmother just a little bit tough for me.
Yeah, getting caught with the bugs and stepping on your own spiders.
Yeah, the spiderlings make it difficult.
I'd like to see the Brewmaster engage in a fight with his team that's going to be effective. He really hasn't done too much to benefit his team entirely. And that's the one thing that Radiant definitely has in this match is superior team play. They're really working together to secure those kills.
I hear you. I really don't know what political cause Brewmaster's about, who this Zing is, but I guess he wants to free Zing. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was not very good. We are muting 3PO for the next 3 minutes. Broodmother is just 2 squares to me. I guess I don't have Unicode showing or something. Is that a rocket chicken? Yes, it is.
Or does he do?
That's
right?
A really cool courier. Oh, let's see. Black King Bar finished on Spin. It looks like the Scepter just got finished on Brewmaster. Shadow Demon doesn't really have anything significant right now. Compare that to this Earthshaker, who has 3 really, really awesome items. Ghost Scepter, Arcane Boots, and of course the Blink Dagger to really get in and out of those fights fast. I'm a terrible Morphling player, by the way.
Switching back and forth is something I always forget to do, and thus end up dead quite a bit.
Yeah, he's a more complicated hero. I would like to learn him, but I'm kind of stuck trying to learn Meepo right now. My Meepo early game is awful, but my late game has been pretty good. I managed to go 0 to 9 to 9 to 9.
Nice. I've always found that my and there's a bit of a altercation here between Brewmaster and Clockwork. We're going to see Rikimaru coming on Shadow Demon. Sven is here as well, forcing them out. We'll see that Blade Mail being put to use by Clockwork, who's still getting smacked around, and will drop to Sven. Panda goes down, and it looks like they're after Sven now. Crystal Maiden comes in, slows him down. Earthshaker comes in with a stun, and he's finished. Broodmother now.
Way too much control on Sven there. Wasn't able to do anything because of just being stunned or locked down the entire time.
That's really got to be annoying if you're Sven actually being stunned instead of being the one who is stunning.
Yep.
I have little pity. Crystal Maiden baiting Kunkka just a bit. He'll use that Shadow Blade to pop away as Morphling comes in to finish off the catapult. Earthshaker blinking straight in on Broodmother, manages to get her with the initial stun, gets the Fisher off as well, right-click damage. She is coming right after him now. She's got that web walk, which is making her a little bit faster than
Ghost Blade pop. She pops the
stun again, and he will blink out.
Yeah. The Spiderlings was a great play there. When that Ghost Scepter went up, she immediately cast a spell that was actually going to damage him. Ghost Scepter, of course, makes you immune to physical damage, so... Really, really fun play by Earthshaker there. A little risky.
I think he was letting Broodmother know, I can play this game. I'm going to show you who's boss.
Hey, I'm support, but I can kill your carry, bud.
Little active dewarding here by the Dire. Drums out on Sven because, sure, he needed more attack speed. And movement speed. And stats.
Morphling finished off that Lincoln Sphere. He's going to be a force to reckon with here.
Crystal Maiden coming in, managing to catch Kunkka with that Frost Nova, and they will just finish him off. It was,
He tries to Shadow Blade, but that dust came out on him, and that was all she wrote for him. That top tower drops as well to Morphling, who is just attacking incredibly fast right now, by the way.
Spiking the XP and the gold graph just a touch, not flipping it back in favor of the Radiant, but giving them enough of a boost to say, hey, we're still in this game. Double damage out on the Panda here. We'll see a ward drop by Crystal Maiden. And
it's funny you say
Ricky
that,
might be in a
but
bit
the
of trouble.
Radiant has more kills, actually, so...
Yeah. Kills don't win games, towers win games. Right?
That's fair.
Good friend of mine told me that once.
Was that me?
Might have been. So, unfortunately, Brewmaster not having the opportunity to put that double damage to its best use, although he might hear as the Radiant team comes in a pinch on him. We will see the Fisher out. They come straight on him. There was no chance.
Yeah, he was way overextended, too. I mean, no one on his team is even close besides Broodmother, who has a natural escape.
That might be one of those cases where thinking you've got a buff is thinking you're invulnerable. Here's a hint. It ain't, and you ain't.
I hope Broodmother saw that ward go down there. There goes another. And Broodmother's in a lot of trouble here, getting locked down by Clockwork, Earthshaker, and Crystal Maiden. She pops the BKB, is doing tons of damage here, but Morphling comes in now.
She almost looked untouchable there for a little while. Blink in on from Earthshaker, straight ahead of her. Strong move, there's a stun, and she's done.
Ricky was there as well. That was a full team fight against Broodmother.
It seemed like she wasn't taking a lick of damage right off the bat.
Yeah, that BKB is mostly why, preventing a lot of the control that the Radiant team has.
That BKB only lasts so long, and
that's right.
They just beat her down through it. And again, with no one else around you, there's really not much you can do. It's focus fire, and you just wait it out.
Yep. It's hard to say she was overextended.
This might be bad for Brewmaster here. He's coming in on Morph. We're going to see that Cross Nova out from Crystal Nova out from Crystal Maiden. We'll see the ult up, and he's still continuing to go after Morph. Morph dashing into the trees. Now he's after Crystal Maiden. We will see Shadow Demon come in and will be finished off by Ricky. Crystal Maiden popped up by a Yules, but no such joy.
No Yules, it's actually the Brewmaster Cyclone.
Pardon me. And no, Crystal Maiden finished off.
But at the expense of a Shadow Demon, who's just not really having good luck in this game. Just kind of dying often.
We've seen that a lot recently, with just Shadow Demons having a tough time of it.
Yep.
Long-range Fisher out from Earthshaker, letting him know, yeah, I'm here. Come on down.
Trying to clear off that creep wave, too.
Yeah.
They had a pretty big creep wave going on, and that tower is just on the verge of dropping here.
Everybody running, nobody fighting.
Spin getting out of there, but the rest of the Dire team's coming down. Pop out on Earthshaker, who's in a little bit of trouble.
We're going to see Ricky come in on him. Ricky's got the BKB at this point. We'll see the boat out from Kunkka, which will catch Clockwork just a little bit. He's got that blade mail out there, not enough to do enough damage to anybody. And it looks like we might see... Woo, there's a Fisher that catches all three of them. And Earthshaker just smacking away. Ricky is dashing out. There's Crystal Maiden comes in with her ult and manages to catch both Broodmother and Kunkka at the same time. Ricky makes it. Shadow Demon finishing off Earthshaker and gets away scot-free. Well,
very exciting kill there for Crystal Maiden. However, Sven up top, just melting towers.
Every day he's hustling. That's fun to see. You don't always see that freezing field from Crystal Maiden put to good use. It's hard to, channeling that spell, and
she's a really, really weak hero. She just takes so much damage. So she popped in there, perfect kill on her part, perfect double kill on her part. Excuse me, saving Ricky also. Ricky nearly dropped there.
And Crystal Maiden said to the God of Death, "Not today."
Well, actually, she welcomed both Kunkka and Broodmother to the God of Death, introduced, so to speak.
Engraved invitation.
Yeah.
Delicious gem of true sight out there for Broodmaster. Obviously tired of Ricky coming in and wrecking his stuff.
But you'll notice this Crystal Maiden is just saturating the map with these sentry wards everywhere.
Not a bad choice.
Not at all.
No.
Good play.
And Flare out for Clockwork to get a little bit of vision, and we will see Sven head to the bottom lane. Looks like they're going to see if they can push that bottom tower. It's pretty close right now. Shadow Demon just ambling away, taking the tail end of that Crystal Nova. Morphling disconnected once again.
He apparently does not have raw power leading into his computer.
Well, I'm sure his cable modem is actually a potato.
I would hope so. A raw potato?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Starship.
Wait, his modem is the... Okay, I see.
Don't touch that word.
Oh yeah, that's the Geometry. They're able to clear out those wards now. And I think with Morphling briefly disconnected, we may see a large push here down bottom. Try and finish off that tier 2 tower. It's been just destroying creep waves. Look at this creep.
And there is the Fisher out on him before he can get Warcry off. Looks like he's going to wait, though. We're going to see a blink in from Earthshaker coming straight in on Sven. BKB out on him. He's got the stun off. Crystal Maiden's doing what she can, but it's really not going to help a whole lot. Morphling straight in the middle of the fight. BKB up on Crystal Maiden. Pardon me, on Broodmother. We're going to actually see that ult again. Manages to finish off Kunkka. Crystal Maiden drops. Clockwork drops. We've got Sven and Kunkka out. And right now it is down to Earthshaker.
And Brewmaster running away. And he drops. Yeah. I was very disappointed with Dyer's initiation here. You know, it was going to take 2 or 3 hits from Sven to knock that tower down. He ignored the tower, instead dove past it, separating himself from his team, who was caught by Clockwork. Just a really, really big mistake there.
So that's a full team wipe for the Dyer. 3 up for the Radiant.
They did manage to get the tier 2. They have 1 more tier 2 left. But this is a 12 kill lead now by the Radiant side. You know, if they can get a Scythe of Ice, I think they can really start pushing and shutting the Dyer team down. It's going to be slow and patient kills, but it's going to happen.
Over a 5,000 XP difference in favor of the Radiant.
Yeah, it just shot. The Dyer still winning in terms of money, though. That just shows you the farming power of Sven. The last tier 1 tower drops.
Surprising to see it still up, and delicious micro there from Earthshaker, managing to catch Kunkka off guard, hits him with the Fisher, and puts him down. That's got to be frustrating if you're Kunkka. That's a 70-second break. Does he have buyback? Let's take a quick look. Kunkka, buyback. No, he gets to take a... You might as well get up and go pee at this point. You got time.
Is that what you do when you have a 70-second non-buyback period? Yeah. I was going to say, you're peeing a lot then, Graham.
I know, right? We'll see Morphling dash away from Brewmaster and from Sven. We'll see this Fisher come in and Flare come in. They're after Crystal Maid right now. Ricky comes in with the silence. There's a bit of a frost out.
Sven ready to do some nasty damage here.
There's the stun. He's going to have his mana sucked away by those cogs.
Oh no, he's in trouble.
And there's the ult, and it's just Sven, take it. Just take it. Just take that damage, and there it is. That's got to be annoying. Sven also no buyback. 80 seconds, no buyback. This could be the turning point. We're going to see Brewmaster all by his lonesome. He's got Shadow Demon to help. There's the ult out. Can he make something of it? Morphling comes in.
May as well be all by his lonesome with Shadow Demon assisting. Kunkka does come in, back from his urination spree, but taking a just massive amount of damage from Morphling and Ricky. He's running out of there. Yeah, Shadow Demon putting himself in a disruption, trying to get out as well.
Ricky and he puts him down. He's finished.
Yep, doesn't manage to get away. Brewmaster hanging in there, but he's going to drop here.
There's Fisher, and Morphling finishes him off.
Drop like the hot potato powering raw powers internet. That was nasty.
It's a 5-man wave of doom now coming into that T3 tower, and this could be our first T3. Kunkka's coming in to see what he can do about it, but
this is most definitely going to be a Rex.
there's that torrent.
Solid patience here by the Radiant team, waiting for the perfect time to push.
Rex, the first book comes in. It's going to catch Clockwork, but he's got that blade mail up. He's going to head back against Kunkka very hard, and Earthshaker finishes it off. Broodmother now all by her lonesome, and she is down as well. There is no buyback for the Dire team.
They're wandering it one at a time. Not the way to do it. Yeah. You know, they may have been able to mount a little bit of a defense if they hadn't gone in one at a time there.
Yep. Speaking of which, Morphling is saying, you know what, I'm out. Like, let's not do this right now. He's grabbing a little extra gold.
He's got such a great escape. He also, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, he picked up a Satanic, so that is a nasty little Morphling right there. Sven with the Assault Cuirass, his attack speed raising significantly from that, and of course knocking the team up as well. Shadow Demon, I think, trying to finish a Force Staff. Looks like. Earthshaker picking up a Shadow Blade. Give him a little bit of invisibility. Try to get in on some fights.
That was one heck of a turnaround there.
Yes. Well, not even really a turnaround, though. Again, look at the kills. That's almost a 20-point lead. That's...
The difference in gold, though, was significant in favor of the Dire, and that is just... That's a thing of the past. Ancient
the experience as well. There's more than 20,000 experience. Like, look at that graph. It's just skyrockets. It's around 3,000, and it just you don't even see a drop at that point.
What time is it, children? It's
Roshan time.
Looks like Broodmother wanted a little chunk of that, but it wasn't going to happen. Anyone going to pick up that Aegis? Absolutely. Brewmaster, you're not really going to make it here, are you? Nope. No, you're not.
Yeah. I don't even know what he was thinking there. You know, you're 3 and 9. Excuse me, 3 and 8 before that death. Your team is all up top. You have no tower to back you up. You're fighting super creeps.
There's a blink in from Earthshaker. He's going to drop down that totem right away. Doesn't manage to catch anybody. BKB out on Broodmother. See power cogs there, and we will see Morphling get right back up after a shellacking there. Sven is going to see what he can do to finish him off a second time. That's 600 gold to even that out.
Oh wow, and, he's just murdering people right now.
Yep.
That was... here goes. She's gone.
Yeah, Kunkka does manage to be finished off by Earthshaker, who is making a getaway here.
Broodmother may be able to get him here, though.
There's a blink, and we will see the... All right then.
That was crazy. The Spawn Spiderlings was not able to finish off Earthshaker, who is the only surviving member of his team left. How did Kunkka die? Did
Earthshaker managed to finish him off? Yeah, he was following there with the Shadow Blade, and they were both at just a sliver of health.
Yeah, I noticed Kunkka had nothing. I mean, way too low on hit points there.
So we've got buyback pretty much across the board for nobody. Pardon me. This is one topsy-turvy match.
Oh, I totally need to start setting some fantasy points up. Sven, right, by the way, has 300 last hits. 300. That's crazy.
Well, that's how you grow big and strong.
Yeah. Apparently. He just hit level 25, so... 2 level 25s in the game. The other one, by the way, that's interesting. The other one is Earthshaker. Support hitting top level before any of the carries on that team. You'd think Ricky would be up there. This is quite the game, actually. Despite the fact that there is a 20-some-odd lead in kills, I think the Dire team is still doing a really good job of hanging on here. What are your thoughts on that?
It's anybody's game right now.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, one mistake on the Radiant team could cause a huge Dire push.
Likewise, though, we do have someone like Broodmother who is overexposed and will be finished off after a quick chain in cogs and just a beating from the rest of the Radiant team.
I noted, by the way, that you used the term shellacking earlier. I'm really happy that my vocabulary is rubbing off on you.
Yeah, but in this case I actually meant shellacking as in they were being covered by some sort of preservative material, as opposed to being beaten by a fish.
A herring, specifically.
Yeah, the Dire team taking up defensive positions. There's Kunkka, and he will be hit by that fish or stunned right off the bat. We'll see a silence out from Ricky. Crystal Maiden coming in with some right-click damage, and that is him done.
Yep.
And the Radiant team is just picking off the Dire one by one here.
Two huge mistakes there. Kunkka did do a buyback, but I think it's going to be too late. They should be able to push this tower, although Morphling needs to probably step up there.
They will successfully defend that right off the bat. The Fisher is in to do some damage to those creeps. We'll see Crystal Maiden come in with the Nova to finish them off. And it's really down to them. Looks like Sven will play a little defense here. Meanwhile, the Radiant team is just hanging outside of base, waiting to see what they can do. In the meantime, those super creeps are coming in, and Kunkka is just one torrent away from finishing them off.
Oh man, his Tidebringer just does so much damage.
That Fisher locking Brewmaster out of his base. Not going on that, though.
Oh, that's awesome. Morphling had an image out of Ricky. They used all of their ultimates and abilities on it. Really solid.
Speaking of that ultimate, there's Crystal Maiden just dropping the rocks again.
Yeah, she had
taking a ton of damage here, but manages to dash out briefly. We're going to see Kunkka finished off. We will see Shadow Demon done. We'll see Sven drop.
Buyback by Sven. Too little too late. This tower is going to drop.
Glyphity Glyph.
Glyph protecting the buildings, not enough. And the second Rax.
Thank you. Fisher's out on Sven, stunning him. We'll see him stun Clockwork, but nothing for it. Morphling and Earthshaker coming in on Sven at this point. Ricky's got the stun out, and we will see Sven go down again. Thank you, Sven. You'll be down for the next minute and a half plus. That is going to be a very difficult thing to come back from. And now we've got Brewmaster coming in on Ricky.
Broodmother got caught down here at the bottom. Now she's doing a lot of damage on the Clockwork, who manages to get out with a Force Staff, probably by Crystal Maiden there. Nope, not Crystal Maiden. Who has that Force Staff? Oh, I guess it is Clockwork.
No, well, yeah, I guess maybe there is a Force Staff out on Earthshaker as well. But yeah, no, he did have his own.
Yeah, he's got his own, I think, specifically to get out of that, and that is GG. Radiant team winning this match. Dire not able to really convert those awesome tower pushes early on into anything significant.
There's our GG call ending the match. I like that. New feature.
No, that only goes in team games.
Does it?
Yes, that's only in team games and in matches where you make a custom match. It doesn't affect regular play.
Gotcha.
Otherwise. Yeah.
Very cool. So, let's take a quick look here. We've got 3 level 25s on the Radiant. Just the one there on the Dire. So that really shows your XP gap. You're man of the match for this wonderful, wonderful Titanic Tuesday.
Shadow Demon, of course. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Wow, that's a hard one. I'm actually going to go with Earthshaker on this one. I thought Earthshaker was doing a fantastic job of supporting this match, and at the same time being incredibly aggressive. He was getting some nasty kills, and as a support was still able to get 11-4, the best record out of anybody, actually. I mean, he crushed everyone. And this is a guy who had mana boots and a blink dagger to start out. So he just really solid play on his part.
I couldn't agree more. That was a sharp dressed man there as he waded into battle and just had the right gear, great mobility with that blink dagger.
Yeah, the penultimate moment for me was the blinking on Broodmother when he was alone, taking Broodmother almost all the way down. Nobody died from it, but it was just a little lesson in, hey, I'm the strong guy here. So very cool to watch that. What about your Darwin Award? Who's that going to? I think I have a pretty good guess.
I think
There's
the
two
easy
people.
peasy one is Shadow Demon, but I'm going to say Brewmaster.
Yeah, I figured it was Brew.
Yeah,
Shadow Demon at least didn't tank it for his team nearly as much as Brew did. It felt like.
being extended past where he should be. There were a lot of times where it was like, you can see this coming. It's going to happen, and it was really a self-fulfilling prophecy of him just wandering out
Yeah.
and taking the damage. So
They,
rough one
they
there,
both
man.
felt kind of worthless for the team. Neither of them really added anything. Brewmaster had a really nice gank early on, but other than that, didn't really do much. Shadow Demon, likewise, I didn't see some solid poisons out on his part. I don't even know if he was debuffing. It didn't look like he was doing a significant amount of debuffing, especially early on when that buff really matters the most. He's got an ability that increases damage done to players or characters, and just insignificant, both of them. That's how I would put it. Insignificant.
Fair enough. So in this particular match, the Radiant's hearts will go on, and the Dire is sunk.
Yes, Titanic has broken in half for the Dire side, and man, they really had a brutal beating. Actually, just the kills got away from them, as did the Golden Experience.
Still
So.
well played by both teams. I mean, nice thing was obviously nobody gave up. It was a strong fight to the finish. So big thumbs up
Yeah,
to everybody around there.
there was a period there actually where it could have gone either way. It was seriously just a matter of one mistake, and I think Sven could have probably have pushed a Rax down or two.
Yeah.
So it was just a matter of time to wait and see if that happened. Ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude Titanic Tuesday. Please be sure you join us tomorrow night for another night of casting with our team fight. It's Wednesday night team fight. Before we let you go, just real fast, please sign up on the forums if you're listening to this cast at the end. We want you to sign up, get your team put together. We're going to put together some mini tournaments which will have prizes involved, and you'll be able to possibly get invited to a bigger tournament which may have a larger prize pool involved with it. So be on the lookout for that. Get those teams created, get involved on the forums. We'd like to see you. I'm hoping to have something set up maybe by this weekend. So
Sounds fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, folks. This has been Titanic Tuesday for the Canadian Dota League. I am 3PO.
and this is Stamos Lives. Take care, everybody.
We'll see you next.